Wait, there's a new chapter to the Telltale Walking Dead game? Holy $5 well spent, Batman. Let's jump on this shit. The Walking Dead 400 Days. That's right, kinda sounds like a romantic comedy, but it's not. But there are enough things in this game that will rip out and eat a man's heart, so it works. So The Walking Dead 400 Days ultimately serves as a bridge between the first season of The Walking Dead game and the second season of The Walking Dead game. The game's done by Telltale Games, you know, the good Walking Dead game. I was like, new chapter of the game? It was the kick-ass game of 2012? Let's do that. And this might have spoilers to The Walking Dead game by Telltale Games, so if you haven't played it, be warned. And in The Walking Dead 400 Days, it is one chapter. It's about as long as one chapter of the previous game was, and it's a few different unrelated stories that ultimately converge at the end. But for the most part, they are unrelated stories. You can play these stories in any given order you want, and it's more of what you loved about The Walking Dead. Minus Lee and Clementine. Sorry. And this is brilliant. It's so smart because it does a few things for us. One, it gets us jacked up for another Walking Dead game right there. That is good news. And I'm jacked up for it. I can't wait for the next Walking Dead game. And two, it shows us that we can have a Walking Dead game that doesn't rely on the Lee and Clementine relationship and still have it kick ass. That was my fear for the next season of The Walking Dead. When I say season in this video, I mean The Walking Dead game by Telltale Games, not the show. I know, it was like a no duh moment, but you would be surprised. I was like, how can they have a Walking Dead game and have it be good without the relationship between Lee and Clementine? Luckily, apparently it works because they are nowhere in this game, and this game is awesome. Or at least this one chapter of a game. Well, it's actually a bridge between two games. And when I say it's more of what you loved, it's more of what you loved. You have new characters, that's always cool. You have those life and death choices that you have to make. Does that person live? Does that person live? Do they die? I mean, what to do? I loved that about the last Walking Dead game, and that's so cool that I got more of that in new content. One thing I can say is, in terms of the characters, you don't get as attached to the characters as you did in the last Walking Dead game, and I'm not talking about Lee and Clementine, I'm saying the characters in general in the last one. Your relationship and interaction with everyone grew over the span of a few chapters. Some died before some others did, but for the most part, you got to build rapport with people. This one isn't only one chapter, the characters are in this chapter for about 1/5 of the chapter. So it's literally like a bunch of short stories. If the last Walking Dead season was like a novel, this one is the novella with short stories in it. Where you're like, okay, great short stories, but it doesn't have that character development. The scope of the entire game doesn't feel as big because you're just not with the characters or the situations or the timeline for as long. But in that, they do make the best of the situation. They give you what you want. You don't have to wait as long to get it. I will say this, 400 Days did feel a bit darker than the first season of The Walking Dead did. I know that's saying a lot, but I'm just saying in a lot of these stories, when the story ended and I was going on to the next one, I was just like, people died. I feel like they died because of me. Did I make the right decision? I don't know if I did or not, but that's the fun of these Walking Dead games. Ultimately, I loved all of the chapters in this game. I liked a lot of the characters. There were some supporting characters I thought were dickbags. It does everything really well, like they did in the first season. The writing in this game, you're like, yep, this is the crew that gave me the Telltale Walking Dead game, and this is why I loved it. When they want to make a character creepy or uncomfortable, that character is uncomfortable. The thing I will remember most about this is that one character where I was like, I don't like you, and I just don't want to be around you. He's that uncomfortable character that I know you've thought about whenever you've thought about, all right, if the apocalypse happens and I run across that person, I'm either leaving completely or killing him. One of those creep bags is in this episode, and I thought that was awesome because I will remember that dude in that situation. I just didn't like him. But I didn't like him in the way I'm supposed to not like him, which means it was effective. It's not like he was a stupid character that shouldn't be in the game. If you were a fan of the Telltale Games Walking Dead game, this is a necessity. Drop $5 right now and buy it. It's more of what you loved about the first one. It's your holdover until season 2 happens. It didn't feel like they were phoning it in for the sake of shutting us all up, you know, because we wanted to play more Walking Dead since we beat the first one. They were like, here, we really tried to give you something good. Here's our effort. I didn't even want to rate this one up because I'm like, well, buy it at full price. It's $5. What's that say about the game? It ultimately being DLC that's bridging the gap between two gaming experiences. I feel like being Awesometacular is giving it too much because I'm like, I mean, it's not that long. It's $5 DLC. But in terms of DLC, it's some of the best $5 DLC I've seen. Have you bought it yet? Why haven't you bought it yet? This got me jacked for season 2. I can't wait for season 2. I'm glad that I no longer am thinking about, oh, is season 2 gonna be as good without Lee and Clementine? Not saying Clementine's not gonna be in it, I'm just saying. And luckily, no. If season 2 has all new characters, I am now completely looking forward to it. So The Walking Dead 400 Days. Have you played it? And what did you think about it? And if you haven't played The Walking Dead by Telltale Games at all, why? Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.